boiler room, and you remember in my last video I told you that I was going to keep all of the empty containers from the china and the crystal I brought back from Ohio, plus the other ones that I had from grandma's and whatnot, for the purpose of reorganizing my Christmas stuff. So here they are, except the blue one. All of those are empty, and all of those I'm going to dedicate to Christmas decoration. And there's a reason why I worked in steps, because I knew that was something I needed to do, and I knew I needed to do the under the stairs first before I could reorganize the Christmas stuff. Now, most of my Christmas stuff is in big blue bins like this one. They're heavy, they're bulky, they're very difficult to move around. Like when we have to do a Christmas tree or we got to take it down, it's just too big. So I'd rather have smaller boxes that take less room, and here he is again, that take less room. And these are Christmas gifts that I already purchased, so that's gonna go somewhere else. And by the way, the room is still the same, you see, with the tools. I was going to say toys. Haha, they're my toys. All of my tools are there. This has worked very, very good for us, I have to be honest. So what I'm going to do right now is take all of those empty boxes and see how many of them I can fit in that crawl space underneath the staircase, and pull out my Christmas deck and just put stuff in there. So I'm not going to organize the Christmas stuff now. Right now I'm just going to put things in separate boxes in semi-organized way. The reason being that Christmas decor is going to come upstairs in about a month from now. What is it, November 3rd now, 2nd? Yeah, just about a month from now, maybe a little bit, you know, 5 weeks maybe, or 4.5 to 5 weeks. The Christmas decor is going to go upstairs. But when I take down the Christmas decor, I'll have my labels already on those boxes. At that point I can rewrap things properly and reorganize them the way I want them, and that's the way they're gonna stay. So I've started putting the boxes in there, and then I've come to realize that these two shelves right here are in the way. I could probably stack 3 in a row if I didn't have this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock that baby out. And that's done. Alright, that wasn't too hard, but at least I got space now. I'm mad. Am I not? I think I am. Totally mad. But hey, I gotta get space here for my Christmas stuff, so whatever. I didn't use those shelves that much anyway, so I have the space. I gotta sweep the whole thing now because I made a big mess, breaking things and whatnot. And I think I'm going to put those, instead of putting them this way, I'm going to put them perpendicular, so that I have, I don't know, like a crisscross and probably a harder platform to stack things on. Done. Alright, so I had to hammer them a little bit so that they would get into the corner here, but there's a space underneath. And there's a reason with bricks, you see that? That's the way I wanted it originally, just to keep the air from circulating. And to be honest, it actually made a difference, because originally we had things in there just directly onto the floor, which is not finished, you see that, with the door closed, and within 6 months everything was covered in effervescence, and it was a big problem. So I had removed the door, and then I moved stuff away from the floor, and after about 2 years now that the crap you just saw has been in there, it actually is, I mean, some of it got damaged, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So now I'm going to try to fit as many empty boxes as I can, just to see how many I can fit, and then I'll start filling them up. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with this, because it looks like it can fit 1, 2, 3, 4 large ones and 3 small ones, and I'm leaving this space over there empty for ventilation. And it's too bad I can't snuck this over there to the side, because I could probably put more, and I can't get any more over there. But if I had like small boxes, I can probably do this. So if I lift this like this, right in the middle, and I'm gonna put a curtain in front of it, it's gonna contain all of my Christmas decoration, and I don't have to worry about where I put them, whether they get damaged. It's just gonna be pretty much organized, and that works for me. Yeah, I don't want to put anything in there. It's just difficult to access anyway, and I need the circulation from the staircase, so works great. Alright, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna have some lunch, and then I'll pull out all of the Christmas decoration and start putting it in separate compartment, put out the labels, and we'll be done with it. I probably won't have time to do any kind of curtains today, but basically the idea here is just to do a you know, a tension rod with a curtain here that's a you know, kind of like a light fabric. I don't think I want to do a pattern, probably just white or gray to kind of like, you know, mask the area. But yeah, pretty happy with this so far. Okay, so this is the other side of the border. Remember last time I did this row over here? The tank is underneath it, and this is so far the Christmas boxes that I have with some Christmas stuff here, and then I pulled some more here, and then there's some more over there. So the goal, and then there's some here. So the goal is to kind of like reorganize all of this into separate boxes. I don't know what's in there, but the bottom line is that I'm not going to sort it out now. I'm just going to try to put, you know, like items together, but I'm not going to do a thorough organization. That will happen after Christmas when we take down all the decoration. Okay, so we're back in the tank room, and some of the boxes that I had pulled out of the other area are now here for sorting out later on. I have this one here that has Christmas wreaths. That's going to stay here. These are Christmas wreaths and garlands. They're going to stay here as well. I'm ready to close this. Whenever the little guy, come here, would just come here. Oh, no, you all dirty. Oh, get out of here. Come on, get out. Alright, so I'm just going to close this and then put the rest of the stuff in the right boxes. Alright, so the first box I'm going to make is going to be for the bulky single large items. There are decorative items, not necessarily for Christmas tree or anything like this, but they're the ones I put on the mantle, like my big Santa, my two little snowmen. There's another Santa right here that I wrapped with that, you know, downy bounty basic paper, but I wrapped it so much, I don't think you can see it, but hold on. Alright, and this guy right here, and a few vases here, and then I have these other ones right there. What else do I have? I think that's it for bulky item. There's stuff in there, hold on. I don't know what these are. Oh no, I can use that as well. So that's the cookie jar. And this, and then there's some center plate. Alright, so all of that is gonna go inside that one box number 1 right there. So that's box number 1, and I labeled it Christmas decorative items. It's done. I'm going to put it right back in and move on to the next box. So this one I'm naming it Christmas round ornaments, even though there's a whole bunch of different types of ornaments in it. So what I'm gonna end up doing is, since I have everything in there now, I'm gonna have some empty boxes that are gonna have the you know, the other labels like Christmas animal ornaments or Christmas tassel ornaments, things like this. The reason why I'm doing this is because when we take down the Christmas tree and all of the decoration at the end of you know, December, the beginning of the year, I'll have specific boxes for them. Again, I'm not organizing the Christmas ornaments now. There's no need for me to do that now because we're gonna take them out anyway. So that way when I put them back inside the boxes, at that point I'll be able to categorize them. This is what it looks like so far. I have all 4 boxes labeled and filled. I have the Christmas round ornaments. I have all the Ratco ornaments that need to be rewrapped, but again, I'll do that at the end of the season. Christmas feathers and flowers. That's probably going to be separated into feathers and flowers eventually. And then the decorative items. In this one, I'm just putting the tassels and the icicles. That's the name I was looking for. These guys right here, they're actually icicles. And the box is too big for it, but that's fine for me because eventually I'm going to get more of those. I'm constantly buying Christmas ornament and getting more of them. So, you know, if you think about it, 15 years from now, there'll probably more. So that's one right there. And then in this one here, I'm going to put a label for just the animals. I don't know if you've seen my video for my Christmas store. The link is below, but that's last year. If you want to wait for this year, that's fine. I do have a Christmas tree that's themed. The theme is 1001 Night, and I have a lot of exotic animals. So there's a leopard, an elephant, camel, peacocks, and there's some other birds. There's butterflies. There's a trying to think. Anyway, there's a fish somewhere in there, a couple of fish. But anyway, so the Christmas ornaments that are specific to that theme, I'm gonna put them inside a separate box, and the round ones are gonna stay in the Christmas round ornament box. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm just really trying to separate them as much as I can, because again, every year I buy new ornaments. The tree I've been working on since 2002, Christmas 2002. So every year I buy ornaments to add on to it. So the first year was kind of like, you know, slim, but it's getting fuller and fuller, and I'm still adding on. Every year I'm adding on at least 5 new ornaments to the tree. So if I keep going this way, by the time I reach 10 years, those boxes will get filled for sure. This is the last box. In it I have some leftover miscellaneous tiny little bulbs, the ribbons that I put inside the Christmas tree, and on the mantle there's another decor. I gotta put it in another box when we reorganize this, and then some garland, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so all of these have been emptied. That's great, and that's empty. And now I have 2 things. I have a Santa, like one of those Victorian you know, Santa thing. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, one of those. And then I have behind it, I have like a little Christmas tree. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. That I put outside. So those I'm going to wrap in plastic bags, but like entirely wrap, like one going up and one going down, and seal them. And they're the only things I'm going to put right here. That way I have all the Christmas deck in one spot, except for the wreaths and the garlands and the tree. They're going to stay in the other room, only because there's no space, and they can stay somewhere else. This is just for the decor. The trees and the wreaths and the garlands can be somewhere else. I'm fine with that. And I'm done. Alright, so I have Christmas tassels and icicles, Christmas animal ornaments, Christmas miscellaneous small items and ribbons. In the back I have the Ratcos, I have, I can't remember, the feathers and flowers all the way over there. And then on this side I have the round ornaments and the decorative items. And then right here I have the Christmas tree. I'm not going to show it to you because you'll see my Christmas video soon. Over here, and then the Santa is nicely wrapped over there. And that's pretty much it. So that fits, wait, here we go. That fits perfect. It's unsightly, but there's going to be a curtain in front of it. But now I'm making good use of a useless space, and I've decluttered reorganized, and this is dedicated space just for Christmas. I love the idea, and I can grow with it. I can really you know, grow, because the boxes are separated, so you know, if it's filled just up to that level, I still have that much, you know, I still have that much space in each box, and that works for me. So I'm very happy with this project. It wasn't much to begin with, but you know, it's still an organization project. So now I got to get rid of, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, because that's the door to one of the cabinet upstairs that I removed, if you remember, in one video. I'm probably going to put it in the laundry room or in the other room. I'm donating this table. I got to empty all of those boxes, all of the plastic bags and the little paper wrappers that are in there, stack all the boxes together and put them in the garage, and then clean up this area here, and I'll be done. Okay, I'm done. Got everything back where it belongs. It looks really, really good. Once I have the curtain, it's going to look even better. I have a few things that I need to bring upstairs. It's those boxes here, and then these here, then tripod, and I have a feather bed I need to bring back, and then this trolley here with the laundry bags, it's gonna go right over there, and I'm done for the day. So this was part 3, I think, of my basement organization. It wasn't a big deal of a project, but it was something that was really, really in need of being done. One, I was glad I got rid of a lot of stuff, because it's just clutter, things I don't use, wanted to use, never used, or it passed me down and kind of like, yeah, alright, I'm taking it, but I don't really need it or want it. So a lot of it is being donated, like the children's clothes, and then some of it was just damaged. So yeah, pretty much, if you have a under the stairs like this, it's not finished, know that if it's not contained in plastic, not even in, you know, cardboard boxes, if it's not contained in plastic, it will get damaged over time. You'll get the effervescence of it and dust and whatnot, and as just, you know, you're wasting money on things that you're storing in there. But the Christmas stuff is nicely tucked, it's sealed, it's hermetically sealed in those plastic containers, so I can keep them forever in there, keep growing my collection of ornaments, and not have to worry about anything. So when Christmas comes along and I ask my husband, hey, I need the Christmas ornaments, instead of having to go to 4 different places, whether it's in the boiler room or the tank room, or some of it is in the garage, everything is there. We can just, like, you know, do a chain thing, like you bring the boxes to the stairs, I take them from the stairs to the living room, and then when it's done, everything goes back right here, and it's a permanent base for the Christmas ornaments and the Christmas decor for the rest of our lives. I like the idea. That works for me. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time when I'm going to build the bookcases, hopefully next week. All right, bye.